The next question says the budget line shows the boundary between those combinations of goods and services that A, have positive marginal utility and those that have negative marginal utility, B, are available and those that are unavailable, C, are desirable and those that are undesirable, D says affordable and those that are unaffordable, and E says normal goods and those that are inferior goods. And so a budget line, we can draw out one real quick. Let me see if we can use a shape instead. So we'll do the y-axis, the x-axis. Whoops. We have our x-axis. This is pretty laggy. And then we have our budget line. And so the budget line is just a straight line. And the way we usually see this occurring is in a two goods model where you have good X on the X-axis and good Y on the Y-axis. And what the what the budget line is basically saying is that these are all the possible bundles of goods you can have between these two goods that you are buying. Given your budget. And so if we spend all of our money on good Y, we could buy this much of good Y. If we spend all of our money on good X, we could buy this much of good X. And we can buy combinations of good X and Y across the spectrum. Anything within the budget line is possible. It just means that we aren't spending all of our money and we are not, we could buy more by consuming on the line. Anything outside the line is impossible. We simply do not have enough money in our budget to purchase that much of each of these goods. And so we have to either, if we wanted this much, for example, we wanted this much of good X, then we can only have 0 of good Y. We cannot have this much of good X and this much of good Y. And so this really is a limit between what is possible and impossible, or affordable or unaffordable. And so that goes along the lines of D. The budget line shows the boundary between those combinations of goods and services that are affordable and those that are unaffordable. And so I think having that understanding is good to understand. Let's take a look at the previous tutor's answer. They said the correct answer is D. The budget line shows all possible combinations of two goods that can be purchased given the consumer's income constraint. All points above the budget line are unaffordable to the consumer as it is more than the consumer's income. All points along the budget line is affordable and uses all of the consumer's income. All points below the budget line is affordable and does not use all of the consumer's income. And I think that's a great answer, right? So this is a great answer. Very thorough explanation, and yeah, so they hit the nail on the head with this one. Explained all three regions of the graph just like I did, and kind of that's what you have to understand when looking at a budget line. So we're going to say that's correct.